is introducing the 6th Gen 2021 Bronco, and they are breaking the mold of the crossover segment. Now there's a big divide with this new model. You either love it or you hate it, but it's back with a new boosted engine. And today we're going to be looking at the Ford Bronco Sport Badlands. It's named after the famous national park in South Dakota. It's known for its extreme weather conditions and its insane terrain. This Badlands combines off-road capability with a little bit of comfort. And keep in mind that there is going to be a bigger Bronco that's available in a 2-door and 4-door configuration. And hopefully we don't have to wait the whole year for it, but that's what they're saying. So let's dive into this one. This Bronco sits on the same platform as the Ford Escape does. And don't kill me for saying it, but I think it's like if the Ford Escape and the Land Rover had a baby before they got divorced. But the biggest feature that sets this one apart from the Escape is standard all-wheel drive. This Badlands comes equipped with a 2-liter 4-cylinder EcoBoost engine. It has 250 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque. There is also a 1.5-liter 3-cylinder EcoBoost engine available on some of the lower trims as well. The color options for the Bronco are super cool. This one is in cactus gray, and the Area 51 and the cyber orange color are like totally my favorites. So they also have these really cool 17-inch carbonized gray painted alloy wheels. There's another wheel option upgrade available. They look kind of similar to Steely's, really utilitarian, but they're not, they're alloy wheels. And they tie in really well with the optional carbonized gray painted roof. And you also have standard roof rails. Now let me tell you, these roof rails can carry so much more than your mountain bike or your canoe or your skis, whatever. You can legit just put a rooftop tent up there to avoid all of those rattlesnakes in the Badlands. Like I mentioned, its styling is very reminiscent of its past, especially with these round headlights that we saw on the earlier generations. There's a really cute Bronco logo right here on the housing as well, and it's framed so beautifully on this gray grille, and it makes this white Bronco badging just really pop. This Badlands does sit taller than the other trims. You get about 9 inches of ground clearance, and there's bash plates underneath there to protect all of the components as well if you're off-roading. There's another really cool standard feature that you can't really see in the grille, but there's active grille shutters, and they open and close automatically to make it a little bit more aerodynamic because this is an incredibly boxy vehicle. It's not exactly designed to be aerodynamic, but one of the cool benefits of that is that when they're closed, if you want to warm your car up in the morning, it helps create just a little bit more heat in there to warm it up a little bit faster. Around the back of the Bronco, you will find the only Ford badge on this entire thing. Not even the key fob says Ford. My second favorite feature, you can open just the glass. Nobody does this anymore, and I don't know why. It's a really awesome feature. It gives you a little bit easier access to the cargo area for taking or putting small things in and out of the back. It's really nice. And there's another little hidden gem that I think is so cute. There is a Bronco decal right here, and it's reversed. The best way to see it is through your rearview mirror. And it's just a cute little reminder of what you're driving. I think that's such a nice little touch. Continuing down, you have, of course, your matching white Bronco Sport badging. Again, it pops really nice on this cactus gray color. And while we're back here, I do want to mention that you can tow up to 2,200 pounds, which doesn't seem like a lot, but keep in mind that this is in the subcompact crossover segment, so it's actually really impressive. All right, let's open this thing up. This Bronco doesn't have a power lift gate, but there are 2 very sturdy handles on each side to lower it. Another really cool way you could use those is like hanging a wetsuit or something to dry it off after you get out of the water. There's also these really awesome floodlights on each side as well, and you can change the directions of those very easily. And you don't have to turn the Bronco on in order to use them. There's a button inside this cargo area that you can easily turn your lights on, which is super awesome. And then of course, the very handy bottle opener. I never have one on me, so this is really convenient. Moving inside, you have a lot of functional cargo space. And the best part about it is there are these really cool, like hard rubber material lining that goes all the way across the back seat as well. So you could, not that you would, but you could very easily fit 2 mountain bikes in here, and then you could just unclip all of this material and hose it off to keep everything really easily cleaned. There's a few more really functional features in the cargo space. You have these really cool carabiner style hooks. There is 4 of them back here, so you can easily make sure that things you don't want to go flying you can just strap them right on in there. There is a 110 400 watt power outlet here as well, so you can charge things like your camera batteries or your laptop, your iPad, because you're for sure going to want to document the fun adventures that you take in your Bronco, and of course a 12-volt outlet as well. Another fun thing, these cargo lights, they have the little Bronco logo right in the middle of them, which is a really nice touch. And of course you have some tie down hooks here as well to keep whatever you put back here in place. We're gonna work our way forward to the driver's seat, but I don't want to skip the back seat because there's so many cool things to show you back here. To start, we have this driver's seat as far back as it can go. I am only 5'1", so I have quite a bit of leg room here. I could see if you were maybe a little bit taller than me, you should probably put the seat forward a little bit, but that's okay. However, you have so much headroom up here. I can almost fully extend my arm all the way up, which is super great for those people who are a lot taller than me. Also, just increases your cargo capacity as well. And another really cool thing, instead of there being a traditional open pocket on the back of these seats, you have a zip-up pocket, which is really fun, and it's lined with this really pretty orange material, and it has the same pattern that all of the flooring has. This is great for keeping things like a tablet concealed. And another really cool feature back here, there's another 110 400 watt outlet right down here, so I can even be charging my devices as I go. And then some other cool things, loving this really nice brown leather material. It ties in really well with that cactus gray paint on the outside. And there's even really nice soft suede material up here on the headrest and a little bit on the seat. There's some other secret storage compartments. Maybe you noticed the cell phone right here. There's a really cool side pocket on each side of the passenger and driver seat. And then behind the passenger seat, in this back seat, there's a secret storage compartment right underneath. So you could put so much stuff and keep it really nicely concealed. One last thing that I want to mention is the flooring is again a same material that would be so easy to grab a rag and wipe down and keep really clean. So we're getting into the driver's seat now. Ford didn't skip out on their secure pad keyless entry, so you can create your own combination to unlock your Bronco. The first thing that you notice when you come inside, when you open the door, are some crazy graphics on your 8-inch infotainment system and on your 6.5-inch gauge cluster. There's this really cool rock formation and it makes the Bronco, and the graphics are like, they're really high end. I'm super impressed. And you have a Bronco logo front and center of your steering wheel, which I love. I love that they put the Bronco logo all over this. It's such a fun touch. Some other really nice things, a very well-sized power moonroof. I'm a sucker for that, so I love the size of that as well. And you also have wireless charging, you have heated seats, and just like the back, there is even more places to put things in here. There's this fun little pocket that has a grippy pad here, so you could put another cell phone here or your key as well, which, as you can see, has the Bronco logo on there, which I love. And Even like your cup holders has a nice little pocket right here, so even if your coffee cups have handles, you could fit both of them at the same time. Like 2 people could have their coffee cups there. Your center console is so big. I don't even know why you need to have that much stuff, but maybe you're like going away for a couple days and actually camping out in here, you can totally put things in here. And then the glove box. This thing it's deep. We fit both of our little camera systems in here with their mounts. Like, and that's not even taking up all the room in here. You could fit so much in there, which is awesome. This Bronco was definitely built for off-road and utility, but of course they included quite a few comfort features. So you have USB-A and USB-C inputs right here next to your wireless charger and inside of your center console. You get heated seats, dual climate control, and the seats are a really nice leather, very similar to the back seat with the suede up top and on the headrest, and of course it's embossed with another Bronco logo. You also get a B&O sound system, which sounds amazing. They fit 10 speakers into this Bronco, so it's like having surround sound in here. And your infotainment system uses Ford Sync 3, which is responsive and just really easy to navigate, especially like while you're driving. You don't want to have to try to specifically try to touch some awkwardly placed button on the screen. It's really nice. You can easily access a lot of your safety driver assistance settings as well, like your cruise control, which is adaptive. You have a lane keep assist system as well, pre-collision, a speed sign recognition. You have your rear view camera and your front view camera, blind spot, a parking aid, cross traffic alert. You even have a driver alert system in here, so it's totally packed with safety features that you can easily turn on or off. Let's talk about all of the cool driving modes that you get in this Bronco. So there are 5 modes that are standard on all of the Broncos, and they are here in the GOAT modes. That's not the greatest of all time. That is the goes over all terrain modes. So a lot of these modes are also available on the Escape. So some of your standard modes include slippery, you have sport mode, eco mode, normal, and you also get a sand mode. But there's 2 extra modes on this Badlands. You have a mode for mud and ruts as well as rock crawl. When you're switching out of normal mode and going into mud and ruts, sand, or into rock crawl mode, your front camera automatically turns on, which will help you see the terrain that much better right below your bumpers. Then around your mode selector, there are 4 other buttons here. You have a 4-wheel drive lock, and that essentially prevents your front and rear axle from moving independently of each other. This is automatically turned on when you access specific modes such as rock crawl. Another really useful button is a differential lock. So if you don't want all of the power going to one useless wheel, you can lock your differential. You also have, of course, your traction control button, and then another really cool one, you have this trail control button. This is like cruise control, but when you're on the trail. So it works under speeds of 20 miles an hour. So you can literally be on an easy trail and this will just handle it for you. It's really smart. And then some other useful buttons around your gear selector here are this little hand that looks like it's waving, and that is an auto hold. So if you want to relieve your foot from the brake at a stoplight, you can just hit that auto hold button and take your foot off the brake as well. One more fun way to drive around your Bronco is in manual mode. This does have an 8-speed automatic transmission, but you can utilize your paddle shifters right here on the back that are really easy to reach even for my tiny hands. All right, that wraps up our tour around the 2021 Ford Bronco Sport. So if you want to come test drive this Badlands, you can do that at Capital Ford in San Jose, or you can buy it online with our no-brainer checkout at dgdg.com. Bye!